So let's talk a bit. So I can't really speak on a lot of other spas, healing arts centers, or massage therapists, but if you ever go to a therapist who uses energy holds, so this is to answer why do we use energy holds in massage therapy. So basically, just to kind of go over, if you're not very familiar with the term, but maybe you felt it and it wasn't really explained. So if you've ever gone to receive massage therapy and there is a brief stillness, and the therapist might place one hand, if you're lying on your belly, over the heart, on the back, and the other on the low back. And it's almost like this kind of sinking rest feel. That's an energy hold. If you've ever been to a therapist and you were face up and they had one hand under the back of the head and the other one on the forehead very lightly and gently, or both under the head or around the sides, or the hands on the chest, over the heart, a little bit above, especially for women. These, there's another one, or on the bottoms of the feet, just kind of holding the feet either like this or like this, where the soles of the feet, right, or on the heels. So these are called energy holds. And honestly, they may not seem like a whole lot, but they're actually the most important part of the service that a therapist can do. And from my perspective, I'll tell you why. So before becoming a massage therapist, I'm also a yoga practitioner. And I lived at a center as a volunteer where every day we did yoga practices. And when we talk about wholeness, when we talk about healing, when we talk about feeling better, many of the approaches is energetic. And a lot of the physiological things we do, like asanas or stretching or talking or making sounds, which are just as important, sometimes those are tools to connect with the energy, especially if we come from an environment where everything around us is going so fast, or there's a lot of chitta or extra talking or extra thoughts going on in the mind, and where you just cannot really tune in or hone in, especially for self-care. You know, maybe our lives are so busy, we don't have that time to kind of sit back and process things and recalibrate. So we, the other tools, physical tools, helps us to take that time to reconnect with our energy, because we speak in that way. If you do this posture, it opens up the energetic field, or it opens up the pathway. So as a massage therapist, as a receiver of massage who experienced a therapist to do those gentle placements, this is an opportunity to connect and reconnect with the energetic pathways of ourselves as therapists and with the person that we're working on. And it's also a way, just kind of a tactile way for the receiver to release, because that helps them to reconnect with their own energy cycle, to rest, to not have everything going so fast. So we do those energy holds. In the beginning, we do it as an introduction, just to energetically say hello to the person we're working with, right? The person who is coming in for massage just came from the outside world, a busy, busy world. They may have been coming from work or, from being with their kids who might have a lot of energy, might come from challenging relationship, whatever it is. There's a lot of buzzing going on with that person walking into the room. Some people display it in a Vata way, where they're very talkative and they're very da-da-da. And as a therapist, we are setting the pace of the workspace, and we're getting everything calm so the person can receive. And then you got this whirlwind coming in through the door, and there's just a lot going on. And in order for me, now that's been introduced to this, in order for me to really tap into address the concerns or the needs of the person with therapy I'm getting ready to do, I take that moment to calm that vata, to calm that energy, to calm that logistic energy as well, right? So the energy hold is just a nice kind of, and it almost feels as I'm about to display, there's almost like this to promote release, to promote letting go. So that is the intro. Also with this intro as a therapist, yes, I'm tapping into this person's energy field to see where I need to be led. Where do I need to go on this person's body that has been screaming for therapeutic attention, right? It could be pain, it could be numbness, it could be just unsettling within the body, within the mind. So for me, it is an introduction, and for me to introduce myself, that I am a safe space, that I am someone who cares about you, and that I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen, not just to a person's voice or thought process, but to what the body and energy actually need. So that is the energy hold in the beginning. The other piece is I could do it after, being in the massage for a while. I might do it somewhere in between the beginning and the end, because maybe there's a lot going on with a particular area of the body that needs to know it's okay to let go and to be calm. And we all know what it's like when someone is trying to force something that might be in agitation. That agitation just gets worse. But if we calm ourselves, if we make space for things to process, to be up there, it's going to get fatigued, and then just kind of let go, right? So it might be an arm, it may be a lower back, it might be the head, neck, it might be legs or a leg, feet. So somewhere in between, I might do an energy hold to say, okay, where do I need to go? What technique do I need to invest in with you today? And then of course, there is the outro of it. So we do the energy hold to just signify, thank you so much for sharing your healing time with me, allowing me to do my craft the best that I can. And so this might look like maybe ending at the feet. Most therapists will do that. Or I might come back up to the back. And so this is a person's head and this is the back. I might just kind of do a little hold like this of the heart chakra, or on top of the head. If they've ended face up, I might take my hands to the top of the head this way. So that is why a lot of therapists, especially therapists who are really connected, a lot of therapists who really embrace their craft and want to do their absolute best. And the way we do our absolute best is to listen. And the best way to listen is to kind of quiet the room, quiet the energetic field, And we do that with energy holds. So thank you so much for listening to this segment. If you do have any questions on this, please, write it in the comment. I love to answer questions. This is my favorite topic, as you can tell. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Jai Bhagwan.